was here first. They came here on a boat. They'll leave here in a hearse. They'll leave here through the dirt. They're going through the earth. We're channeling the ancestors to undo their curse. Cause once upon a time, we all could read and write. That legalese is lies. Strong men spell curse of ties. Strong men all caps disguise. They've gentrified our lives. We've redefined their sights. We've redefined their kind. Yes, this is juju music. This shit here is voodoo music. This shit here is voodoo music. When you chant, they gonna lose it. Yes, this is juju music. This shit here is voodoo music. Yes, this shit is voodoo music. When you chant, they gonna lose it. When you chant, they gonna lose. Which ancestor you gon' choose? Play their game, but by our rules. I'm Queen Annie the Maroon. I am Queen of Dongo. I am Queen of Zinga. I am Yenaga. I'm Carlotta and Fermina. Cause this is juju music. This shit here is voodoo music. When you chant, they gonna lose. Which ancestor you gon' choose? Cause this is juju music. This shit here is voodoo music. When you chant, they gonna lose. Which ancestor you gon' choose? I am a goddess. I am a priestess. I chant these mantras and they all repeat it. If we make a promise, this land we gon' seize it. Get vengeance for Mother Earth treason. This for the gentrifiers. This for the gentrifiers. This for the gentrifiers. This for the gentrifiers. Repetition of empires. Invading land with gunfire. Slavery not posters for hire. Income not what you desire. Outcome working jobs for hours. Mindset waiting to retire. Never stop working for dollars. Cause this is juju music. This shit here is voodoo music. Which ancestor you gon' choose? When you chant, they gonna lose. Cause this is juju music. This shit here is voodoo music. Which ancestor we gon' choose? When we chant, they gonna lose. I mean, my spirit guides come in with that sin. My ancestors defend. I got that juice to transcend. I mean, my spirit guides come in with that sin. My ancestors, I got that juice to transcend. Cause I am a Santi, I am a Sata, I am a host, I am a homie, I am a Tamba. Yes, I am a Tamba. Cause I am a Santi, I am a Sata, I am a host, I am a homie, I am a Tamba. Yes, I am a Tamba. Yes, this is juju music. This shit here is voodoo music. When we chant, they gonna lose. Which ancestor we gon' choose? Hey, choose. Cause when we chant, they gonna lose. Which ancestor we gon' choose?
Mess with the wrong witch, and she knows it. And now you know it.
Manifested by elements ethereal, I knew of terrestrial material, intertwined celestial of imperial, infiltrating corporation of oppressive serials. Resilience is something like a miracle, observing kinfolk and draconian material. The more equipped for ascension, the more one seems to be treated as inferior. Dr. Umar said, the white man's heaven here, the Asian man heaven here, the Arabic man heaven here. But the black man heaven fit. The black man heaven fit, cause it lies in death. Release from the karma debt, release from all the stress, release what we don't confess. In order to live, I guess we must be bodiless. Makes me wonder, if we made out of greatness most fit for this plane, then why we the most hated? Why we the most hated? Was I in court waiting for my sentence? Listening to a witness accuse me of unfitness to remain in these cosmic dimensions? Is that why we repent and we ask for forgiveness? The hours and days, they feel repetitious. Oppressive energy soaking up my minutes. Purple haze blowing smoke on my grimace. Another nobody traveling out of limits. Exiled from cosmos as penance. Or maybe this time it's just the intermission. Like Jesus' chapters that went missing. Traveling and gaining knowledge between the dimensions. Christ consciousness bringing me ascension. Kundalini flows up, now it's mirror my intentions. So don't cry for me when my time is risen. Sing some praises, cause you know that I made it. And know you're all my extensions. Yes, you're all my extensions. Peace, peace, y'all. Hold on, I gotta make sure I hear myself okay. I'm a little delayed in my earphone. Oh, okay, I sound good. I sound good. How y'all feeling? How y'all healing? I'm so happy to be here. All right. Now that I know I sound good, let me get myself on my ear because that sounds crazy. Welcome to the Planetary forecast. I miss it. I miss y'all. How y'all been? How y'all feeling? Have y'all been enjoying this month of 2? You know, this month of 2 is all about your feelings and your emotions and how you're coping with them. 2 deals with like Libra energy and interpersonal relationships and all that fun stuff. And that's all, you know, reality, finding balance, harmony, all that fun stuff like that. You know, also dealing with the scales of my yacht. We're really paying attention to, you know, people's heart weight and a light as a feather. And which is really in this year of 8 with Harold Kahudi, which is all about the enforcement of Maya. So wherever your Maya is, wherever, you know, your heart may weigh this year, that's what you'll be enforcing the mostest. So you see that a lot of different kind of people in different spaces, whether, you know, it's people that's in power even more, enforcing more so where their mind, heart, and soul is at, you know, whether you agree with them or not with their choices. Oh, the internet being a little haters right now. That's cool. Because we're going to fight through this resistance. I'm going to get these messages. What they talking about? See what I mean? You know, and the harder you fight, this other energy is fighting. Oh, okay. Listen to how I sound. I sound like a little robot a little bit just now. Seeing if it slow down for me. Okay. I see what it's saying for. It's okay. Hold on 1 second. Y'all already know what it is.
Strategies, put knowledge in the book. Change our language so we couldn't read it if we looked.
Convince us we ain't have shit here but disease. Made us 3/5 human and black illegally. You put your fists up to being African American. How much history you went through for that to make some sense? I've been on Turtle Island 10,000 years. Akubulan been my neighbor. Pangea brought me here. The world didn't start in 1400s. Niggas grow up. What you think we was doing? Morse was running Europe. We been tribal folk, now it's time to show up. Bring back the villages, cause cities ain't got no love. Your melanin addicted to the infliction of pollution. Chemical dependency, nature the solution. Grow your food and medicine, build homes in conclusion. The enemy will tell a lie, infiltration as in. Cause we're gonna get this right. We're just gonna do it this way. I don't understand why I'm still playing back. The speaker is off. But hold on. All right, now that I know y'all can hear me, I don't need to hear myself in the air. I want to be able to still do my presentation in the background. And I'm glad you got your blessing and everything. Oh, don't do that. Okay. All right, now I'm adding the slides. So yeah, we was in the month of 2, and can I stop this from being? I don't want my echo drone. It's not listening to me. I said no music. I don't know. I'm trying to become a tech master. I'm not doing it. All right. Let me make sure y'all don't hear no craziness like I be hearing in the background, and then I'm straight. All right. Yeah, we caught the 111. Okay. All right. So let's get started. My bad for the long intro. We started like 15 minutes ago. Oh, you do hear that. Gosh, dang it, that is so annoying. I don't know what to do, y'all. I turned the sound off on my Oh, maybe it's here. Maybe it's here. Well, that's it. Hmm. Hmm. All right. I ain't gonna stress it too hard. But anyway, so we are in the two, that's all about emotions. Now, speaking of emotions, the moon has been doing its thing this month, especially this week more than anything. So we are going to talk about what the moon is doing this week and the different planetary alignments that we have going on. I'm gonna tell y'all about the winter exit, the winter hexagon. We got. I don't know why I can't talk. I know why I can't talk because I have myself in my ear like 3 different times. Yeah, I hear the background of me, but it doesn't sound too bad. So we're gonna deal with it. We're gonna rock it out. My apologies, y'all. Y'all let me know if it gets too overwhelming. But yeah, so the moon is doing some crazy things. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. We already know what a natal chart is, and if you don't know, go back to some of my older videos where we get heavy into this realm of things. Because there's a few different things I want to go through with y'all. And oh yeah, if you guys decide to join the Safe Space program, I am a safe spacer, a certified safe spacer. I'm also a professor in the Safe Space certification program. I do teach in detail, in depth, how to read charts the way that I read charts, and I take you up upon all these aeons and up to the ploromas and the dimensions and all those things like that, and how to place your natal chart and your numbers into these places and all that fun stuff. I even get into asteroids with you guys with those placements. So sign up for the Safe Space program. We are here. This is the right. We just warming up, right? So this is the model that we utilize here for the planetary forecast. Another model and another model. So right now, if the sun is in tropical Aquarius, the Earth is in Gemini. So that is the Leo, more so Leo. And then on the Vedic, the sun is still in Capricorn. So the sun is in Cancer. That is the water earth opposition and then the fire air opposition. So we got a nice magician card situation happening with the sun and the earth with our masculine experiences on this plane. I don't know if you guys have been pulling the magician card a lot, but I definitely have been. And when I've been doing readings for myself and with other people and stuff like that. So that is definitely the divine alignment of having all 4 elements at our disposal and our experiences, because that's what the sun rules, right? Our masculine experiences, and earth or Jeb is our physical experience. So what the sunlight touches is what we see, right? What they say in the Lion King, you've got everything that the sunlight touches is yours. So that's what we have right now. For our 4 elements, we have Leo for fire. So Leo is all about royalty, confidence, having a certain level of heart, tapping into your inner child energy. That's always fun. For the water energy, we have Cancer. This is intuitive energy, and we like the divine alignment with Leo and Cancer because that's our third eye energy, right? The left and right third eye, the maternal and paternal, the masculine and feminine, the inward and outer self, inward and outer experience, all those fun things. So it's a nice alignment with the fire and water there. And then for the air element, we have, social awareness, social justice, intellect, revolutionary energy, and just what happens at Pluto's in Aquarius right now, which is a really good time. Um, and then for the earth element in our on our magician card, we have Capricorn, which is the energy of determination, materialization. It's a cardinal earth energy, so it's initiator. So I want to say that's the only cardinal energy we have up here for Earth world is Capricorn. Um, is Cancer cardinal energy? uh, but yeah, these um, so you might want to start off with the Earth energy and that determination. Let that be the initiator and let those energies follow suit. And we like that. That's a good time with the four elements. Magician card, yay, with the Earth and the Sun. But yeah, just to show you, this is the model that we use. So whatever planets that we have in Cancer, or have personal planets in Cancer or Leo, just know they're in alignment with Jeb or Earth right now. They'll be in materialized in the physical realm. And if you have any placements with Aquarius and Capricorn, just know they're in alignment with the Sun right now. Also in alignment with Pluto, which is a good time. We are still in eclipse season, so like having that alignment between the Sun, Moon, and Pluto during the new moon this week is going to be pretty fun. We enjoy that experience. And this is the seasons that we're in. So we're still in the growth season. This is actually the last month of the season of Parade, which is growth season. In ancient Kemetic culture, they had the weeks divided up by 10, which is the decans. So you had the first week of 10, the second week of 10, and then, the last couple of 30, 31, or sometimes just 30, you know what I mean? So, ooh, yay. So you really, I just pulled the star cards fell out for you, buddy. Uh, yeah, we just dropped the star card. So, in the first decade of February, we're in the season of Amun Ra. And I'm going to pull up my notes so I can read you what Amun Ra is. This is the King of Gods. This is the energy of confidence, politeness, optimism, great leaders, and control. And then for the next decade of the month, the 12th to the 29th, we are in Jeb, which is Earth. So we will be in alignment with where I said Earth is, which is the Leo Cancer placements. You'll feel that heavier between the 12th and the 29th. So with Jeb, this is the energy of persistence, reliable friend, god of earth, laughter starts, earthquakes, faithful, open, sensitive, and shy. So you see that divine alignment between Leo and Leo Cancer, and then Aquarius Capricorn. Capricorn energy is that Amun Ra. Um, well, Amun Ra is more like Leo type energy, whereas Jeb is more like the Capricorn Aquarius, the Capricorn energy. So yeah, won't keep going into that. But divine alignment between the seasons and the decans. We are in the year of Nickel, which is the year 8. This is in alignment with the alchemist zodiacs or alchemist horoscopes. Horoscope is just a fancy word of time telling with the stars. The year Nickel brings on the energy of leadership and achievers strive to stand out, originality, and ideals. Biggest fears of the season are boredom and routine. So this is definitely a year of 5 people living your best life. Um, as far as West African horoscope goes, we are in the season of the wealth of Amber, which started on February 4th and is going to March 5th. And this blesses the natives with a sense of morality, as well as rebellion and unique instincts, adventures, but not methodical or organized. Highly passionate about material goods and easily lost. So be mindful in your space of trying to entertain yourself when you find yourself falling into that space of boredom, that you don't lose sight of your focus and the different things that you want to achieve. Um, in the Native American horoscope from January 20th to February 18th, we're in the energy of the otter. So this is the butterfly clan, which is air. This brings on the energy of demand, bliss, and help. invite us to behave like children, have fun, and accept the flow of life and experiences. They have strength and can smooth out any circumstances. So Native American astrology more so went to where like Earth was placed at. So in this space, you have more of that like Leo type energy going on, tapping into your inner child nature. After the 18th, we'll be in the 19th. You know, I love my 19 numbers. And I want to let you guys know what the rest of the month has in store for us. One moment to go through my big book of notes. From February 19th to March 20th is the energy of the wolf. This is the frog clan, which is water. So we go from air to water, just like how we go from Aquarius to Pisces, which is air to water again, right? Wolves are quick and elusive, great at adapting, and great willpower. Do not fall to influence. Wolves are omens and have great healing powers, good intuition, and bring a sense of life and death. So that's the energy for from February 19th to March 20th, which is the equinox. We get into spring equinox. Yay. We'll be entering into our next energy, which will be the falcon. Um, we starting on Saturday, which is the 10th, a day Saturn ruling the 10th house with Capricorn, such divine alignments. We will be infiltrating our root chakra day, that Saturn Babylon day, with the Lunar New Year. And so, happy Lunar New Year ahead of time. We are entering the season of the Wood Dragon. And I actually wanted to read to you guys an excerpt on the Wood Dragon and what that means for all of us. Do you guys know what your Chinese zodiac is already? Or I should have brought my book. I didn't bring my book. But the dragon represents authority, prosperity, and good fortune. Those who were born in the year of the dragon are known for their captivating demeanor, distinct personality, and strong leadership abilities. You're a metal dragon? Nice. We're entering the year of the wood dragon. So, um, what element is that? Is that like an earth element to your water? I know metal is water because we've been in a lot of metal things lately. That's what's up. I like that. The wood dragon, when combined with nourishing wood element, will bring evolution, improvement, and abundance. It is a perfect time for rejuvenated beginnings and setting the foundation for long-term success. The dragon, one of the luckiest and most powerful animals in the Chinese zodiac, eagerly awaits its yearly celebration, the Year of the Dragon. In Chinese astrology, each year is associated with an element in the animal sign. See, I don't know what element I am, but I know I'm a horse. 2024 will be the year of the wood dragon. People understand the dragon because of its power, strength, vigor, and charm. Those born in the year of the dragon are thought to possess these qualities as well. These people are usually born leaders who encourage and inspire others. Dragons are also well known for their intelligence, slyness, and loyalty. They are capable of incredible things when they set their minds to do something, they definitely achieve that. Now, when it comes to the rats, this is the kind of experience that you're going to have. Since rats are one of the signs that get along best with the dragon, they will have a prosperous year in 2024. I'm a green cow. It's different based on gender. What does that mean? You're a green cow. What does that mean, love? Since rats are one of the signs that get along best with the dragon, they will have a prosperous year in 2024. This suggests that rats have a great chance of success and recognition in both their personal and professional lives. Your financial management will be more vigorous. Love life on these zodiacs will not be so good as they will lack in their communication skills. Oxes may have difficult time in 2024 because the wood dragon energy may conflict with their traditional math methods and their traditional values. You'll be all about taking initiative, acting, and exploring new areas. You'll also be able to start saving in addition to receiving a more consistent income. There will be multiple sources of income for zodiac signs of these people. Tigers may also encounter some hurdles in 2024 as the energy of the wood dragon can produce more competitive and unanticipated circumstances. You'll be observing and analyzing things, trying to assess yourself and your As a result, your finances will be secure in 2024. Since you're not very satisfied with flirtations, you'll be pickier about who you meet. You're advised to behave nicely with everyone that you come across, and that's for my tigers. For the rabbits, I know you guys are sad to see your year go. Hold on a second. You said different animals in color rolling over the month, day, and year. They have daily and yearly rulers in Chinese. I gotta. Well, how do you find that information out? Um, I would like to find that out about myself. I had to put my phone on charger, so y'all just gonna have to look at me sideways. My bad, y'all. We gonna flow with the resistance. I'm flowing today. All right, so the wood dragon year could bring mixed fortunes for the rabbits, as they could experience both gains and losses. In order to achieve the best outcomes, they should therefore be prepared to adjust to the changing conditions and unhurried in their approach. We're going to open some new doors. It might be challenging for you to maintain your bank account. These people are suggested not to invest their money without seeking advice from their elders. And then the dragon, during your year, dragons will experience a period of growth and regeneration that may present fresh opportunities for achievement and advancement. You have dreams of revitalization and reviving your love life, which seems to be wanting due to daily obligations. But somehow the problems related to love life will be resolved. Then we get into our snakes. Given that the wood dragon's vitality can support their contemplative and introspective nature, snakes may find that 2024 is a good year for both personal and spiritual development. All financial institutions and banks will have faith in you, and you'll make sure to show your loved ones a lot of care and gifts. The year for the horses, that's me. The wood dragon may present challenges and change for horses, as they may need to adjust to new situations and overcome unforeseen obstacles. In addition to being on their side, bankers will be able to steer them towards profitable ventures. They will believe they are the happiest and most emotional, contented person on the planet, and I look forward to it. Goat or sheep, the year of the wood dragon will bring ups and downs for goats because the energy can make things more erratic and volatile. Whether or not you stay in a relationship, the choices you make will be the right ones because they will release you from a burden. For my monkeys out there, since they are the one sign that gets along best with dragon, monkeys will have a prosperous year. Monkeys can therefore look forward to experiencing great success and distinction in both their personal and professional lives. Now is the moment to put money aside, think ahead, and make plans. For the rooster, 2024 could be a mixed bag of luck for roosters. With both successes and setbacks possible, you will have a particularly alluring charm because a dragon will make you romantic, kind, and considerate of others. You shouldn't back down from the challenges that lie ahead of you. For dogs will face challenges in the year of Wood Dragon because the energy may not align with their loyal and conventional nature. You could become bogged down in your own thoughts, uncertainties, and hesitation. My son is a dog. For pigs, pigs can view 2024 as a year of growth and expansion because the Wood Dragon's fuel will continue to um, fuel their innovative, enterprising spirit. At the beginning of that year, you won't seem very motivated to apply for jobs, but as spring arrives, you'll wind up getting good opportunities. You will have love at first sight, which will give you sentimental future and whole new meaning. So what I like to use is I like to use daily horoscopes app that gets you a nice personal Chinese zodiac reading for the year, and that's always a good time. I don't know if they've updated a lot or a little bit since the last time I looked at it, but I do like to go up there. I also have an East meets West book where I get into your zodiac, your tropical zodiac in alignment with your tropical zodiac in alignment with your Chinese zodiac, and I get into a really close reading for that, and that's fun. So let me know if you guys want the excerpt for that. I'll send it to you. So that's what I have for them, and I'm reaching for my mouse to you. Okay. So, so this is what the planets are doing, and we're gonna chat about it. Um, this is a tropical chart, and we can start with the root chakra, since the sun is starting in the root chakra. So the sun is in Aquarius, which is the feminine side of the root chakra. This is where you get your insight, your intellectual awareness, your social awareness, and justice. You know, this is how you're cut off from the womb if you're looking at it from your draconic chart point of view. Also, if you're looking at it from, like a countryside point of view, we can talk about Aquarius real quick. Aquarius rules over certain parts of the earth when you get into like astrocartography types of things, and you can get into your own personal astrocartography chart as well. But let's talk about where what Aquarius is Shango energy, and this rules over Finland, New Zealand, Sri Lanka, Holy Vatican City, Iran, Russia, Sweden, and Ethiopia. The cities that Aquarius rules over is Bremen, Brighton, Hamburg, Helsinki, Moscow, Salzburg, and St. Petersburg. So you might be seeing the sun shedding light on these different areas. Who else do we have over here in Aquarius? We have Pluto over here. So not only is the sun shedding light, Pluto is also over there uncovering secrets, bringing a transference of power, making the pendulum swing, bringing storms and weird weather things going on. I said the rise and fall of empires, right, in these areas as well. Extremities. So if these areas have been having high highs, they're about to experience low lows. If they've been having low lows, they're about to experience high highs. If they have been in the middle experiencing homeostasis, they will continue to remain in the middle experiencing homeostasis. And it's a fun time, man. We love it there. Those are the different kind of experiences as we get into the sun that these areas on Earth will be having on the tropical. So that's in the mental side of things. Decision making side of things is in that revolutionary energy, social awareness and justice, um, being unique, having a sense of identity and identities for other places, people, places, things, and ideals, and find transformation in that realm where Pluto's sitting there. Now, when we get into the Vedic side of things, with these placements, what we're actually experiencing, the sun isn't quite there yet, but we do have Jupiter in that side of Aquarius right now, which is, like I said, the internal side of the root chakra, which is the internal side of the root chakra. So with Jupiter there, Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Um, this planet helps bring on new philosophies, mindsets, ideals, optimism. This is the sacral chakra energy. So in this space is, still more expansion in your space from the mindset of transformations and the rise and fall of empires is pulling on you to have a new mindset on things, on how you want to do things. And again, these can fall for, if you have any personal Sagittarian placements, this is what the combo of these planets and these, not Sagittarian, excuse me. If you have a combo of Aquarian placements, these planets are making an effect on your Aquarian placements, your personal placements in this area. And this is again on the internal side of the root chakra. On the external side, we don't have anything in. Oh yeah, we do. We have on the tropical chart. We have Mercury, Venus, and Mars, all in Capricorn, which is the masculine side of the root chakra. So as we go with all this intellectual awareness and mindset over in Aquarius, when we get into the masculine side, what is the external experience of the root chakra? Now we're getting into the actual materialization, building the boundaries and discipline. Sometimes this is a result from challenges. Y'all know I don't like that trauma word. It's all about challenges and the challenges that we have to experience here on this plane. And so right now in our thoughts, our decision making mindset is on these challenges, the discipline, boundaries, and order that we have to have. Also in the space of how to accumulate and maintain, obtain basic resources, survival of self. Mindset is on authority spaces. And again, this is coming from those transformations happening over there in Aquarius, the rise and fall of empires. Now we are, in our mindset building on, okay, so what do we do now with these transformations and this expanded philosophy and interactions that's going on the inside? So, fun questions to ask yourself. Um, then we have Venus over here too, which is our heart chakra. This is, Venus deals with our self-value, self-esteem, wealth, things that we prioritize, things of that nature. Is all Venusian energy. So Venusian energy is also sitting here in our root chakra. How we obtain wealth. What does wealth look like to us? What are we prioritizing? How do we feel about ourselves? Where is our self-esteem? Where is our self-sense of value? Venus also rules over Libra energy. Those are the Maya skills. We're also replacing them in our root chakra. See a lot of people coming up with spiritual law and nature law and the law of the Bible, law, these different things, natural law, the three laws that we're supposed to abide by, the Nettery, Maya, the laws of Maya. All of these different advocates and enforcers are coming into play now, especially in the year of Harold Kahuti, where it's time to be the enforcer of the law of Maya. So, now we have Venus sitting here, giving us these thought process and where that's at in our Capricorn energy, how are we building it there. And then we have Mars there as well. So we're motivated to, we're motivated, we feel ambitious. This is the Cardinal Wands card. So we're initiating the actions of getting it done. Um, we're becoming, somewhat triggered and moved, triggered in a positive or negative sense is up to you and your personal interpretation. But it's in our solar plexus chakra in this space and time to be in this Capricorn energy as well. So those are the three placements that we have in Capricorn. Our mindset of things will mean external or tropical. Now on the Vedic scale, in our actual experiences, our sun is here. So our actual experiences, we're experiencing these thoughts that we're having in tropical with Mercury, Venus, and Mars. So be mindful of your thoughts because your thoughts right now are heavily becoming your experiences. Your thoughts on your self-value, self-worth, your decision-making skills, your moral and ethical code, all of those are becoming very evident and very prominent um, in your actual experiences and how you're interpreting those set experiences with your masculine self. In addition to that, um, on the second, we have Mercury entering Capricorn energy. So not on February 1st, but 2/2/24, Mercury entered the space. So now being present, we do have Mercury sitting in tropical and Vedic Capricorn energy. So not only is our decision making time, and then Mercury also rules over your ability to invoke. How are you invoking? What are you invoking? Sound bad. Okay, just making sure I don't sound crazy. But yeah, Mercury also rules over your capacity to invoke. What are you invoking? What is it in alignment with your moral ethical code, things of that nature? So, being mindful of what Mercury can do. Again, this is saying, be mindful of where your minds are at, what you're speaking to existence, things like that, because the sun is definitely giving us those kind of experiences. I've been aligning with Abraham Hicks a lot, and I would say I'm divine alignment, especially during this week with the moon making this transit the way it's making it. And I'm gonna talk about that in a moment because when the moon gets around Mercury, knowing that the sun and Mercury are in alignment with Pluto still being in Capricorn as well. In addition to that, by the time we have our new moon experience over there in Aquarian Capricorn energy, we'll also have Mars in Capricorn as well, Venus on the way of making a transit in Capricorn. So we're gonna have a nice little lineup of planets in that space and time, but straddling between Aquarian and Capricorn energy. And so that's a good time to invoke the things that you wish to see in existence in your root chakra, how you wish to obtain your basic resources and stuff like that for my spellcasters out there. And those that be doing, natural works for self. It's a good time. This weekend. This weekend is a good time before the sun turns around and enters Aquarius on the 14th, which is next Wednesday. which is cool because then we get that we start to have our Aquarian experiences of where that social justice is. So after you get done doing all this manifestation over the weekend with the Capricornus lineups, especially on that Saturn day, um, then come Wednesday, you're gonna have a nice revolutionary experience in your root chakra with your level of awareness and things. That's always a good time. I love it. So that's what I have for you for your root chakra, and I just want to pull a root chakra card for you. Also to let you guys know, Saturn is ruled by the root chakra, and while we have Saturn and Pisces on the tropical chart, Saturn is in Pisces on the tropical chart. We have Saturn and Aquarius on the Vedic chart still. So straddling between that water and air, between believing and knowing, and the challenges that come between believing and knowing, beliefs and knowings, and where they derive from, and self-awareness versus the rose-colored glasses coming off people's eyes, and they're becoming more revolutionary in their movement, and we love it there. And then also to get into the asteroid, my bad, Jimmy. On the Aquarius side of our asteroids, you know, on the tropical chart, we have Chiriclo here giving us grace and showing how, there's going to be grace in the realms of where these transformations, death, and rebirth goes, because, Pluto is over there in Aquarius as well in the tropical chart. Um, and we give thanks for that. You know, the universe ain't trying to, like, uh, hurt nobody or whatever. Everything is done in a level of grace, and that's what comes with the alignment of enforcing Mayat, because there's no more an eye for an eye. We don't play that game in laws of Mayat, because what you do can come back to you regardless of what your intentions are. You're not here to be the punisher. You know what I'm saying? You know, and what they say, love is the greatest medicine. Love is greater than fear. You know, it's more powerful. Your shit. And they gonna do something crazy. As far as the Capricorn side of things goes, we got Pholus over here in Capricorn as well as Psyche. With Pholus and Psyche over here in the tropical chart of things, Pholus is the planet of extremities. Whatever Pholus touches makes everything just like that more extreme. So your mindset has been extreme. You might be in the overthinking realms of things, and then getting back uh, the tropical for the sun and stuff. We have the sun experiences. Um, oh, this is tropical. We have Mercury, Venus, and Mars. So these three planets are being, focused on an extreme rate. So you want to be mindful that Pholus is over there near them, making them expand. And then also, this is the draconic chart. In the draconic chart, we still have the sun in Capricorn, so our soul is still having Capricorn experiences, building on the root chakra and things like that. So you might feel that call, that pull. Um, and then, come around the 9th, which is this week, this Friday, we start getting into Aquarian experiences, especially as we enter the year of the dragon. Our soul is opening up to great spaces. I like that 10 on the 9, 18, 19. I'm sorry, this stuff be for me, but I can see how everybody can look at this and see it for them as well. But definitely see it for me. Our soul, as far as Mercury goes, our decision making skills and the things our soul is trying to assist us in evoking. So for those of you who have been focused on your root chakra and how you're maintaining things, go with it, because that flow is going to be the flow with ease, because the universe and soul connection with the universe, soul connection, that is going to, open up those doors easy for you guys in obtaining the basic resources and survival of self. Also, regaining authority how you see fit, however way Pluto was doing Aquarius for you. That is happening with ease on the draconic chart. It is Saturn that is in Aquarius as well as in the Vedic chart. So your soul Saturn challenges is in that revolutionary energy as well. That's like breaking generational curses. with the soul contract on a collective scale when you get into the draconic chart of things. And then when we get back into the asteroids, I told y'all Chirico was over there. And on the Vedic side, we don't have any Aquarius placements on the Vedic side, but we do have Capricorn still in Trico still in Capricorn giving grace in those experiences. So those people that's getting their karma back to them, and they're not getting it in no crazy way, and that's okay. It's not that deep. I ain't gotta be wishing evil on people. You ain't gotta do nothing like that. Now, as far as on the tropical chart, we're gonna have Ceres, which is the nurturing energy, enter Capricorn. That happened today. Today's the eighth, right? Yeah, so we had that nurture energy enter Capricorn. We're cultivating this space now. We're cultivating what we want in our root chakra, what we want in our space and of authorities and stuff like that. We're thinking about how we want to nurture it and how we expect others to assist us in nurturing. Don't be afraid to ask for support from the collective. And then Folus is also here creating extremities and the challenges, extremities, and the excuse me, extremities with authority. So be mindful, that equal opposite energy. And then we're in the nine. So we're just between the cardinal and the being fixed in Capricorn energy. So, and then Psyche is here. Mindset is also here as well. So it's okay to pay attention to the soil. I know y'all already put the seeds in. That's what the earth is all about. Capricorn, where all these planets are on the astrocartography sense. Capricorn rules over Great Britain, Slovakia, Lithuania, Czech Republic, Sudan, Haiti, Nauru, Bulgaria, Mexico, UK, Albania, Bosnia, Afghanistan, and India. The cities that Capricorn energy rules over is Brandenburg, Brussels, Oxford, Ghent, Delhi, Mexico City, and Port Said. So those planetary placements are affecting those different areas on our globe. We got the full card. Okay, so I got my 3 cards for these areas, for your root chakra, for our root chakra, the collective, and everything I just said. So we got the death card, transformations and death. I don't know if I'm showing this correctly. My bad, y'all. I'm trying my best. But we got the death card and it's upright. And then we have the reverse world card. So I want y'all to learn how to let go and let the universe do its thing. Don't be afraid to trust the universe because it's working in our favor, okay, guys? And then the full card. So we're coming into this space, new beginnings for us, ability to walk in the space with the mindset and eyesight of a child. And that's what it's really about. Go back to your inner child, how your inner child was computing, the way authority moved, and the survival of self, the different dreams you used to have as a child, your solutions to adult problems as a child, and stuff like that. Because I promise you, if you sound is going in and out a little, thank you for letting me know. But like that. I'll be trying to keep it down a little bit because it feel like my voice is echoing in the background or something. But yeah, that's what we got going on in the root chakra. We got expansion. We got walking into that space with your mindset of a child and being excited to be in these spaces. We love it here. So now we're going to get into our sacral chakra. And we know the sacral chakra is where we feel joy and all that fun stuff. So when we get into the feminine side of our sacral chakra, that's ruled by Piscean energy, right? And so the internal side, we're dealing with Olukun, the deep waters, and we also deal with Mayat here because the internal side of Mayat, it wants you to find balance. Now, one way you could be manipulated, or you could be the manipulator. But this is where we can create like the some sense of like structure in the space as well, because this is like Pisces is the feminine side of the sacral chakra, and Sagittarius is the masculine side of the sacral chakra. So it's like when you got that angel and demon on your shoulder, whereas like Olukun is once restriction and detachment and like an isolation hermit card type energy, and Sagittarian wants expansion, abundance, and it can fall into overindulgence as Sagittarian energy is associated with Obatala. And if you get into the stories of Obatala, they were about the consequences of overindulgence in the sacral chakra and different vices and things like that, and being mindful and being disciplined in those areas. So you want to be mindful of those things. You want to have a balance between that restriction that Olukun brings, that isolation and separation, with the expansion and the integration, and you know, um, interconnectedness of Sagittarius. And so with the Piscean energy, what do we have here? I have the Eight of Pentacles fall out. Transformations to how we manifest here in the sacral chakra, y'all. Um, More power to us. Also, transformations in the businesses of the sacral chakra as well. Now we have Saturn here, which is the energy of Babala, bringing challenges in this space. Um, Babala likes to walk around with the Oba scales, the Libra scales from the heart chakra into the sacral chakra to make sure people's hearts are alive, as light as a feather. So you will see certain connections between the three of them: the root, the sacral, and the heart chakra. Um, and also, you'll notice that Saturn walks around with the scales of who's been the manipulators of the current and who has been the manipulated of the current as well. And just to remind you guys, Pluto is in Capricorn on the Vedic scale. So when you go back down to the root chakra, which is ruled by Saturn, there is that transformation there happening with Pluto, which thus is affecting how Saturn operates in Pisces, because it's coming through with that Pluto EMF on it as well. So being mindful of that, you can also experience, transformations, the uncovering of secrets, occultism, being whatever people's personal, moral maya is, whatever law structure they have within their spirituality, that's what's coming to them and that's what they're implementing, but that's also where they're receiving their challenges at. And the challenges are just here to exercise you so you can have a sense of discipline and order. Like, I tried these things failed, these things were successful, so this is how I do things. And you're creating your own discipline. A lot of you guys are creating things that like disciplines and practices that have never been created before, with how you guys are experiencing Saturn in your personal and your professional lives, in your spiritual lives and your emotional lives, and that's dope. Keep going. Neptune is also here. That's Olukun in his home house, which is fun here. For Olukun in his home house, you have spirit really being divinely guided, spirit being very loud here. Now for actually, I'll get into that later. The sun enters Pisces energy on our mindset with the tropical chart on the 20th, which is a 2-0. So now we get heavy into the scales, the Libra scales there. With that, will be at 2, 2, 8. All right, and that adds up to 12, which adds up to 3. Very emotional day on that day when we get into Piscean energy. So we're coming in on an emotional experience. Um, In addition to that, on the Vedic chart, now we're getting into our experiences of things. We have Neptune here in Pisces, so still having those spiritual experiences. A lot of you guys are meeting familiar people, having deja vu. A lot of you guys are tapping into your spiritual self, your spiritual charts. This is a good time to tap into your actual Akashic records and your soul's experiences, your draconic chart, your human design, getting more so into the part where they talk about your gates in alignment with the Bible and those different verses, because that's going to tell you about the different lives you've led up until now. Like I said, getting into draconic charts, getting into your Akashic records and doing the meditations to do so. A lot of you guys are having more soul experiences. you guys are living your soul's purpose more so than your tropical purpose, which is how you were raised and educated to be, and versus your Vedic, purpose, which is what your flesh experience is having. You guys are doing not doing away with the both of them, but more so in tuning yourself with the spirit. Whether no matter what facet you walk into, for real, because some people's spirits is trash, so they're engaging in spiritual trash experiences. I mean, and that's also an objective observation as well. It's all opinionated. The Rahu and Ket. No, I wish I could move my little emblem out the way. But we have the Vedic North Node in Pisces as well, which is pretty cool. So that means that we're moving in a direction of being in that spiritual realm and aligning with spirit and Olukun and all that energy. And when you see the RX, that's when it's going in retrograde. And when you see the D, that's when you see it going direct. So you can see when the North Node is slowing down, and when it's, going a regular speed for us to, So you see when some of you guys are walking into your spiritual situations, you get a lot of slow down periods versus other times where you get a lot of regular timed out periods or, things like that. And that's a lot to do with the North and South Node going in retrograde and prograde over and over again. Now, when we get into the draconic chart, now this is your soul's experience and the Piscean soul experience you're having, we get into Neptune over here. So Olukun is still here. Spirit is definitely dividing, aligning us. Karma is also here in Piscean energy. So that karmic energy is coming to your soul self too. So whether you was a good person or a bad person in your souls, or it's not even a mesh as good or bad, whatever, different lives and experiences and energy your soul has been putting out and receiving, you are getting the karmic responses to that just coming, you know, in your thoughts in the form of Saturn challenges, but you're actually experiencing them with that karma energy. And karma, uh, so that's for you. For you on the Piscean energy. Now, when we get into the asteroids of things, oh, did I see if anything was going on Pisces later? The moon will be in Pisces on the 12th and 13th of this month, which is interesting because 12 adds up to 3, which is our first karmic number of the month, where you have that 1 and 4, uh, coming into learning how to be one amongst the collective and being focused on your projects, and that adds up to 5. And that's why it's a karmic, because that 1 and 4 is kind of like opposition to 5, which is all about being all over the place and kind of unfocused and things like that. So you want to find a balance between the two. And it just so happened to be in the fish, still up before. So when it comes to the tropical, we don't have any Piscean placements on the tropical with our asteroids, but on the Vedic scale, we have Eros here, so love is in the Piscean realm. Some of you guys, hey, don't be out there doing love spells and putting shit in people's spaghetti, because that's what that Eros and Piscean energy could be. Y'all manipulating people into love, or you're being manipulated into love. And you want to be mindful of that, because when that Aries come out on the 28th, some of that the rose colored glasses come out, somebody gonna get their ass beat. Don't do that to nobody. Um, Piscean energy is also in alignment with being tapped into spirit and having your heart in spiritual places. So some of you guys might start having soul, finding that love that your soul keeps finding in your different lives. So you might meet somebody familiar. You guys have familiar soul experiences and things like that. And that is a lot to do with Eros being in Piscean energy and aligning you guys up with those that you've been meeting in lives and lives and lives. And we find that so beautiful. And Karma's over here supporting it, like, we just want y'all to, keep meeting each other and keep learning your same lessons over and over again. Good luck with this. So that's what we have in the Piscean energy. And so to let you guys know, Pisces rules over Tunisia, Nambia, Egypt, Normandy, North Africa, Portugal, Samoa, and Scandinavia. The cities that Pisces rule over is Alexandria, Cowes, Grimsby, Jerusalem, shit, Warsaw, Seville, and Rio de Janeiro. So these different areas is experiencing those placements that I spoke to you guys about, and then your sacral chakra is experiencing these placements. So on a personal level, what I would do is I would get into where Pisces, what planetary placements you have personally in Pisces, and how they and they would be aligned with these planets on these different charts. Now we get into Sagittarius because now we're in the masculine side of the sacral chakra. Back to the chart again. Go back. So the moon will be in Sagittarius on the 5th and 6th. So we'll, well, it was on the 5th and 6th. So we experienced that expansion, that, expanded philosophies and optimism. You guys must have been feeling really good that day, especially for my fire sign. If you have any fire sign, fire energy in your chart, it was definitely supported by that. I'm a Leo rising and my Jupiter is in Leo, so that's where I get my fire at. My Lilith is also in Sagittarius. So fire gang, all those were being infiltrated by the moon. And that's all we got in Sagittarius over here on the tropical. On the Vedic scale, we had one day of Mercury still in Sagittarius. It was one day. Um, Venus, Mars, Venus and Mars are still in Sagittarius. Venus will be in Sagittarius up until Sunday on the 11th, and then we enter Capricorn on 12th, which is interesting because I talked about a transit. And then Mars exited out on the 6th, so that's cool. But we started them off with them both in Sagittarius on the sacral chakra. So the external side of the sacral chakra, this is when we get into the actual, like, again, the Wands card. What are you going to do? Went through the deepest of your thoughts, your internal stuff, your mayat, your internal law code, and all that stuff, all up in the Pisces placement. Now, when we pull this Wands card in Sagittarius, what are you doing with what you have in your Olukun? You know what I mean? What are you doing with what you have in your Piscean energy? How is that fire presenting itself? Is it being contained, maintained? Is it being suppressed? Is it being balanced? What you got going on over there? And so, with us still being in Vedic with Venus here, the matters of the heart, and how, the heart's experiences is, having that level of optimism. What is it in alignment with? Pay attention to your feelings and your emotions and the philosophies and the triggers and all those things that are connected to it. What makes you act out on your heart, things like that, because fire. Venus entered Capricorn already on the Draconic chart. We don't have anything. Now, when it comes to the asteroids, we have Pallas. We started the month off with Ceres over here. So, how we want to be nurtured and things like that. That was in being optimistic, expanding our philosophies. We was thinking about that heavy during the month of January. What cultivates me? What do I want? What do I need? What nurtures me? And how do I nurture other people? We've been thinking about that and playing in that. So now we feel like we need to manifest that and actually start cultivating it, right? With that Capricorn energy series on Capricorn. So it's moved from the sacral back down to our root. Now, Pallas is now in Sagittarius energy. Pallas is like your genius-like qualities that you overlook in yourself, right? And so now we're being more optimistic in our genius-like qualities, like, wow, maybe I can do this. Maybe I should be doing that. Maybe this is, something I should be doing and stuff like that. So now we're experiencing that in our no, this is tropical. So this is what's going on in our thoughts. And then by the 18th, we'll have Sappho there, and Sappho is how we captivate other people. So we'll be captivating other people with our optimistic energy in the sacral chakra energy, our expanded philosophies and stuff like that. This is how we're going to gravitate to other people and stuff like that. And for those of you guys who really been tapped into the oracles and stages, you guys are going to be in the spotlight like around the 18th. You might be compelled to go live or do some things on that day. Now, on the Vedic side, your actual experiences on your series is all up in your experiences on that optimism level of nurturing. So when you're nurturing other people, you might feel that bouncing back on you very quickly, way more quickly than usual, and that's fun. Love it there. Um, when you're being nurtured and stuff like that, just level of awareness, the downloads of what it's doing for you. Um, so kudos to y'all on that Vedic chart with the Sirius and Sagittarius. This is very much a doing energy. Um, yeah, it's a doing energy. Folus is here too, so Folus makes it extreme. So with that being said, be mindful of overindulging or retracting back into your vices. Don't start backtracking into certain habits. I know a lot of you guys feel strong and you feel resilient and you know you can indulge in certain things again this time. Oh, and on here for 111, you feel like you can indulge in things during this time around with a whole more like a spiritual aspect to it, so you feel more in control. However, let yourself know that your soul is still having repeated live experiences. So while your thoughts and your Vedic scale is like, oh, I can handle this, I can do this, whatever, whatever, I know this, I know that, whatever, your soul is still having those repeated patterns. So don't let your soul undergo things, that doesn't need to go through. Don't retract back into certain vices, y'all. Be careful with that. We want new beginnings in this space. And Folus may make that fire very big for you guys. Your psyche is also here too, so being aware of that. And just to let y'all know, Sagittarius on the map of things rules over Bangladesh, Barbados, Kenya, Libya, Mauritania. That's where the Moors come from. Cameroon, Kazakhstan, Australia, Chile, Hungary, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, South Africa, and Spain. The cities that Obatala rules over is Budapest, Naples, Nottingham, Sheffield, Sunderland, Stuttgart, and Toronto. So these are the areas that are experiencing these planetary placements. Also, your Sagittarian placements will be experiencing these transit placements, whether you're looking on your natal or your progressive chart on the tropical, Vedic, or draconic scale. So you can align those placements up accordingly. And that's what I have for you for your sacral chakra. So we're going to pull a card for your sacral chakra. Ooh, we got the Tower card. So we're building on our sacral chakra. Ooh, and a lot of that will become from, all the new things that we have built and we've created in our root that we talked about earlier. So that's really exciting. Building on the sacral chakra. So now we're going to get into the solar plexus chakra. Come on. So the solar plexus chakra on the internal side of things is Aries energy. That's the gut that controls the mind. That's the strategies, the motivation, that tells you danger or anger or happiness, joy, euphoria, hunger. This is where the ego lies. A lot of people say do away with the ego, but actually you need an ego. You find a balance with your ego. And that's what you do with the Scorpio energy, which is on the masculine side of your solar plexus chakra that creates that transformation and also has the water that puts the fire out and can kill the fire. You can do an ego death with that Scorpius water if you want to, because that Scorpius energy is all about power as well. Or you can just, do a little splash, do a little spray situation or whatever. And that's also fun too. So what we have on the solar plexus chakra, as far as the Aries energy, We have an Aries moon on the 13th and the 14th, which is fun because Aries moon on Valentine's Day sounds like a great time. We love it there. In addition to that, we have the South Node on the tropical chart, where we're coming from, the beginnings that we're coming from. And we also have karma energy on tropical charts sitting in Aries energy of new beginnings as well. So that's fun there. Um, that karma energy being in our thoughts are, everybody's in our mindset getting a clean slate. People's motivation is on their karma, the karma they want to reset for themselves, the karma they're watching other people experience, things of that nature. Be mindful of what your karma on other people. When I speak to y'all, I definitely speak to myself. On the Vedic scale of things, what we're actually experiencing in our vortex, on the 15th and 16th, we have our moon being in Aries. So new beginnings to our home and family, our maternal selves, and feminine energy in that space of time, and also, being motivated because the gut controls the mind, and that is the divine alignment of the gut and the third eye. Um, in addition to that, Jupiter is in Aries on the Vedic with Uranus. So Jupiter is about that expansion. Uranus is about that progressive push that we need in our space to help us move things. So that all of that is happening in our experiences is the push, new beginning the push. And then on tropical, these two planetary placements are in Taurus. So it's, being pushed in your vortex and your thoughts is going to your heart chakra, the experiences, the beginnings in your heart chakra, forms of wealth, materialization, what you prioritize and stuff of that nature, which is pretty fun. Now, what kind of soul experiences are you having in your solar plexus chakra? So your soul experiences have Jupiter there. Uranus is actually about to exit um, Aries and enter in Taurus. Well, actually already entered in Taurus. This happened on the 4th, which is pretty cool because 4 is also ruled by the heart chakra. So we now have Uranus bringing progressive changes to the sense of self worth and priorities in our soul, which is very interesting. A lot of things that you guys thought spirit was guiding you to, well, you got spirit actually was leading you to these things, but now you'll see spirit pushing you towards other things in your soul's experiences, in your soul vortex. So kudos to you guys in those experiences. Allow spirit to push you and move you. Certain things that you thought that you should be doing, you probably are going to be redirected to do something else, and that's okay. Um, but coming back to Aries energy. So over here in our soul, we just have not just, but our North Node is in that area. Our Lilith is in. Oh no, that's Leo. Excuse me. Our North Node is over there with Jupiter. We want expansions on our mindset and how we go about doing things, not on our mindset of the asteroids. We have Aries over here, which is our Amazonian, rebellious, divine, primordial, feminine energies in the beginning, which we see that running rampant all over our everybody. Eros is also here, new beginnings in our space of love and romance and what we want in those spaces. Also, the gut controls mind, so being motivated towards these things too. And not just a romantic love, but also familial love. Eros also dealt with familial love as well. And if you see certain people as your family, then that's familial love. Karma is also here. Some of you guys are getting the love that you deserve. Some of you guys are getting the love that's taken away. And then also karmic love going to the primordial goddess and the primordial feminine energy with the alignment of these three asteroids. And that's also in alignment with the expansion of Jupiter, and Jupiter, which is Opatala, also being in alignment with the sages and the oracles, right? In the Vedic scale of things in our experiences, we have Aries and also being here. And by the end of the month, we'll have Eros here. Was that the 28th? 2-8 come together. Find balance on the 8th. So find balance on that solar plexus chakra as Eros enters Aries. Because 8 deals with Scorpio energy. So this is all about finding balance between that water and fire of that Eros. Good time too. We love it. So that's what's going on the internal side. It just lets you know Aries rules over Hong Kong, Sierra Leone, Zimbabwe, Senegal, England, Germany, Poland, Palestine, Israel, Syria, and Lithuania. The cities are Florence, Naples, Utrecht, Marseilles, Birmingham, Cape Town, and Georgia. So that's what overall our Aries rules over. They're experiencing these planetary placements on these different scales. And you can align your personal Aries placements with these transit Aries placements to get in tune with how these transits affect your personal. And it's a good time there. Now we get into Scorpio. Okay. So for Scorpio, we had a Scorpio moon on the second to the fourth of the month. Um, Bringing from emotions, balance to emotions to stability. So that was a nice, 3-day, three-piece of Scorpio energy, divine alignment. That's all we have is that moon over here on the thoughts. As in our actual vibrations of things, we don't have anything in Scorpio except for our moon to a visit. Um, in the draconic chart, again, just our moon to the visit. On the tropical of our asteroids, we started the month off with Pallas and Scorpio, which is our genius-like qualities we'd be overlooking. So we started the month off with knowing that our ability to stay in our power. So majority of January, when we were in between the 1 and 8, which was Aries month during Scorpio year, that should have been the time where we really focus on our solar plus chakra. And Pallas was here to help us do that, help us focus on our ability to enforce our eternal law and authority and things in spaces where they need to be enforced. Almea is also in Scorpio. On our Almea deals with our flow with nature and things. So transformations in our flow with nature and our acknowledgement on the existence of nature and the cycles of nature. And we love it there because when we get into a nature, we get into it ourselves. And Sappho is also here, captivating other people with our solar plexus chakra. And Sappho will be here up until the 17th. And then Sagittarius, we'll start to expand ourselves in our philosophy. On the Vedic side of things, we have Palace here again for the remainder of the month. So we spent January in our thoughts with looking at our genius qualities, overlooking transformations on them, and our genius qualities in our solar plexus chakra. So now that we've spent all of January thinking about it, now we're going to spend the majority of February actually experiencing what we've learned and how strong we feel in our solar plexus chakra. Um, 222. Sappho is also here to support. And just to let y'all know, Scorpio rules over Angola, Lebanon, Zambia, Cambodia, Finland, Bavaria, Norway, Morocco, Queensland, Korea, Syria, and Transvaal. Cities are Baltimore, Cincinnati, New Orleans, Liverpool, Newcastle, and Washington, D.C. These are also big, occultism places as Oya rules over occultism. This is also where a lot of the elder families come from, as Oya also deals with empires and the empires and the lineages and stuff like that. And so we're gonna pull a card for our solar plexus chakra. So just to remind y'all, Pluto is down there in the root chakra. So a lot of enforcement is going to go towards our social awareness and social justice in that space too. That's fun. Got a 6 of Wands. So being diligent on your daily routine and invocation with your throat chakra, and I got a 10 of Swords. It's completion in that space. New beginnings in your intellect and stuff like that in your space. And we're going to act on it. We're going to act on that new level of intellect that we've gained, hopefully from watching this planetary forecast. So now we're going to get into, we're up to the heart chakra now. Yay, we're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. So, the heart chakra is all about, wealth and love, right? Different facets of love, whether it's familial, love of self, romantic love, community love, universal love, and value wealth, different forms of wealth, self wealth, generational wealth, materializations, priority, all those different things, and what that looks like on you, how you obtain and maintain those things, right? On the internal side of the heart chakra, we have Taurus there, because Taurus is all about your feelings and emotions and beauty. It's beautiful to you, and how do you feel good, and how you feel bad, and how you flow with nature and the cycles of nature. That's what Taurus energy. Now Libra energy is the external side. That's the masculine side. That's the air. That's how you flowing. How are you flowing with your Taurus placements? How balanced is your Taurus energy? Because Taurus deals with earth, heart, the heartbeat, whereas Libra is the Libra scales. How balanced is your heart to the to the feather of Libra, to the air? Feather is a representation of air, is it not? So, you know, your heart is on the one side of the scale, and your I don't know if I was good. But your heart is on one side of the scale, and the air is on the other. Most of my family live in Baltimore now. That's an interesting alignment. Yeah, they in that they in that place, that part of that part of the map. So let's get into our Taurus placement. So we have the moon visiting Taurus on the 15th and 16th of the month, which is pretty interesting. The moon will also be in conjunction with Uranus and Jupiter around that time on the tropical chart as well, which is a good time. Be mindful of that expansion and that progressive pushing your home and family, maternal and feminine self during those 2 days. And that's on the 15th. Is also a karmic number day, 1-5. That term and focused energy of one and that expanded unfocused energy of five come together and make six, which is associated with Virgo energy, which is your decision making mind. And the 16 is, again, that focused energy of one, and six is your decision making mind. So, that come together seven. So now we're applying the six of yesterday to, our third eye of today. And that's all happening with the Taurus moon. So, be aligned with that. Um, we also have Jupiter in Taurus and Uranus in Taurus. I'll talk about them too very frequently. They be there. Um, and they're creating, generosity, optimism, the energy of the Oracle and Sage and things. On the Vedic chart of things, we don't have anything in Taurus. And the draconic side of things, we know that Uranus entered Taurus, and we spoke about that already. So your soul is having expanded experiences, and your your soul's having expanded experiences. As far as the asteroids go, Sedna is over here. Now Sedna is at a 29 degree, which can be a very difficult degree. However, Sedna is like the overall spiritual placement of the soul and where the soul is at as a collective. And with Sedna has been in the heart chakra since the 1960s. When we think about the era of the 1960s, it was like love is everything, love heals all you need is love type deal, and we loved it there. So and then, but not but and Sedna being in the heart chakra always dealt with people, loving beauty, um, people being up into materialized things and things outside of stuff. You accumulate wealth with degrees, and it wasn't so much of how much knowledge you maintained inside, it was how many certificates and licenses you accumulated. But as Senna re-enters back into Gemini, now that we're back in prograde season, oh, I hear the resistance in my voice. I gotta slow down every now and then. I think I'll be talking too fast. But yeah, Senna going back into Gemini will bring us more back into the non-physical things. And now, our soul's collective energy is going to be want to be about community and communication and that connectivity of things. Now, when we get into the Vedic, our experiences, Vesta is here and Taurus, and Setna is also here in Taurus. Vesta deals with our passion itself. And Vesta goes forward, I believe, but I want to say it's like sometime this weekend. But you know, does it say up here? No, I didn't even put it up there. I wanted to slow down because I heard the resistance in my voice now. But Vesta is all about passion, and Vesta is like the Vestral fire. So whatever gets your Vestral fire going, that's what you should shoot for. And right now, that's what's happening in our vortex and our experiences is us following our heart. You definitely want to follow your heart in this space. Don't forget what I told y'all about Mercury, Venus, and Mars. What you say with a lot of emotion. So if you're angry and you're full of emotion, be mindful of your words because, like, woo, let me tell you, the universe gonna test you. Like, is that really what you want? And it's not really what you want. And just to let you know, Taurus on the map rules over Cuba, East Timor, which is where we were able to see last year's eclipses from. Yemen, Serbia, Tasmania, Cyprus, Ireland, Switzerland, Capri, Rhodes, Greek islands, and the cities are Hastings, Palermo, Lucerne, Leipzig, Dublin, and St. Louis. Now, as far as Libra energy goes, now we're going to the external side of the heart chakra. What's in Libra? We started the month off with the moon in Libra, letting us know that this month, the month of two, is all about finding balance in our heart chakra. And we'll be ending the month with the moon in Libra, again reminding us that this month was all about finding balance in our heart chakra, that harmony, justice, making sure by the end of the month that heart is light as a feather after you go through this full moon cycle. Good luck, y'all. I hope y'all feel good by the end of the month because I'm gonna tell y'all this moon, we gonna get into that momentarily. I'm almost done with y'all. Um, we don't have too much on the Vedic chart of things. On the Draconic, also, we just have the moon beginning and ending in Libra. When we get to our asteroids, Maki Maki is here in Libra. This is like the third eye energy in relation to the Pacific Islands. And, Maki Maki deals with, while Almea is like the Yamoja, the Cancer energy, Makamaki is like the Otomila energy. It's like our external experiences with nature and the nature flow of things and how we accept it and how we give back to it. And right now it's a harmony thing. We need harmony there. And then on the Vedic side, Almaya is there, the feminine side is there. So the experiences is showing how nature is giving back to us as our thoughts is talking about how we should give back to it. So, may our as we exit the Virgo side of Maki Maki, may we start more influence and actually start doing, which makes sense because once we hit the new year, which is Aries energy, Maki Maki should be in Libra, and we will definitely be executing that balanced energy we've been thinking about on the tropical chart. So on the map, Libra rules over France, Tibet, Botswana, Fiji, Saudi Arabia, Argentina, Austria, Burma, Canada, China, Japan, Siberia, and Tibet. The cities are Antwerp, Lisbon, Frankfurt, Copenhagen, Johannesburg, Vienna, Nottingham, and Paris. So they'll be experiencing these planetary placements. And, if you want to, you can tap into your Libra placements and see how these different places on the map influence your personal placement, more so on your progressive chart. I would be progressive on your tropical, Vedic, and draconic chart with the with the map placements because it's where you're at now. What kind of Libra experiences on the map you would have now? Whether it's you reading a book by an author in that area or you following somebody from that area, find a pen pal, do a flat Stanley situation, or actually pick your bags up and travel there and have those planetary Libra placement experiences. I wouldn't recommend it doing it in a month or two while the moon is doing what it's doing. But because this moon is very terminalist in this year of 8. But you know, maybe sometime in, after we get out of this 2 month, do your thing. So to pull a card for the Libra placement. We have a reverse Queen of Swords. So I want y'all to be careful with the Libra. Don't be moving out of y'all wounds with the Libra. We want to find balance here with our air energy. Air is like knowing and emotions. And we want to find balance there between our physical and non-physical self, our heart and the feather, the earth and the air. So that's what this moon and all the things the moon's gonna do is calling for us to do in this month or two. That's what we're gonna work on because we ain't been working on it as a collective for real, for real. Maybe individually, yeah, but as a collective, we've been slacking. Everybody wanna do their own little thing. All right, let's get into the throat chakra on this wonderful Wednesday into Thursday. It's still Wednesday for me because I ain't go to sleep yet. But the throat chakra, we come back into earth and air energy, with the air energy being Gemini. So now we are in our internal invocation of things, community communication. When we get into community, we're getting into like first cousins, siblings, grandparents, your neighborhood that you walk around, maybe the Tri-City area, whatever. That's all Gemini energy. So that's going on the internal side of things, the air, right? The air in your brain. Where's your intellectual stuff at? And then Virgo is the earth. Earth is how you communicate those things, how you invoking it, how you making it go. The actual decisions that you come up with from that air thought. You know what I mean? And then air is about being all over can be unfocused and be all over the place. So if your air is all over the place, then your Virgo earth is going to be all over the place. You feel unfocused, you overanalyze, overthink, you feel unorganized, anxiety comes into play, all those different things. So be mindful of that. You start invoking a bunch of things. Now you gotta listen to Abraham Hicks and learn how to unclog your vortex, manifestations that contradict each other. Now the universe don't know what you want. So what we have in Gemini, let's start with the feminine side of things. So we're gonna have a Gemini moon from the 17th to the 19th. The 19th is a karmic number. 1 and 9 coming into, learning how to be one amongst the collective. We know you feel whole and things like that, but we want to come back into one. 17 coming into 1 and the third eye, bringing transformation. 1 and 8, taking what you learn from the 17 and bringing focus with it. So these kind of lead into each other. So we got the Gemini moon. On the Vedic chart, we still just have our wonderful moon giving us that Gemini energy. On the Draconic, we don't have any Gemini, but our beautiful moon situation on the 19th and 20th. There's soul balance on the Gemini. And we don't have anything in our asteroids on tropical Vedic either, which is cool. Vesta is in Gemini, which is actually my Vesta placement. So tropical Vesta, so the thoughts is on our passion and wanting to share our passion with our community. So we patiently waiting for us to dive into these Cancer and Leo energy. Oh yeah, we getting there. We almost there. Um, yeah, that's the next one. We almost there. We almost there. But yeah, the throat chakra, the Gemini placements, Vesta, the Vesta fire. That's what we got over there. That's the only placement we have over there. And when the moon touches it between the 17th and the 20th, between our tropical, Vedic, and draconic, you'll feel your emotions going towards your passion. You'll be very fueled and pushed to go towards your passions. Your fire will be burning and you'll feel it in your third eye. You'll start getting downloads on how to pursue what you're passionate about on those days. And I say go for it. And we love it then. Now, what do we have in the and Gemini on the map rules over Eritrea, Guyana, Kuwait, Norway, Tonga, Sweden, Belgium, Iceland, Sardinia, Morocco, Wales, Tanzania. The cities are Cardiff, London, Nuremberg, Tripoli, San Francisco, Melbourne, and Plymouth. So now we're going to get into Virgo placements. So Virgo, again, it rules over the masculine side of the throat chakra and invocation place of things. And we experience our Virgo moon on the 25th and 26th. Well, actually from the 24th to the 26th. So finding balance on our four, which is the heart chakra and the earth side of self. Two, finding balance on our air side of self. Two, six, finding balance again on earth, but now we're mutable earth. So we go from fixed earth to um, fixed air to mutable earth. And that's what we should have by the time we get to the 26th. And that's also during our that's also finding that's also our full moon situation there too. So finding balance in those numbers is essential for that full moon. And Virgo is going to call you to pay attention to that. Lilith is also still in Virgo, so all my Virgo placements is still feeling that primordial dark pool energy, and you'll feel that very much so when the moon is over there by Lilith as well, on the tropical chart. Watch out for all the babies. Yeah, I ain't gonna be playing on that day, or my Virgo baby. We don't have anything on the Vedic. On the tropical again, we have our beautiful moon and still nothing else. Asteroids, we have Juno on the tropical. So we have, Juno is what you need in a bond, a contract, and a personal relationship, whatever, and stay within it. So right now we have Juno over there moving from fixed back to it's in retrograde. So it's moving from mutable back into fixed. By the end of the month, Juno will be fixed back into Virgo of us really analyzing what we need in these relationships, bonds, and contracts. Which is bringing us back to our primordial side. So you'll get into what your soul really wants in these areas of your relationships, bonds, and contracts. On the Vedic chart, Maki Maki is over here in Virgo, which is allowing us to analyze and think and make decisions and tap into our moral and integral code and things like that of how we want to give back to Earth and flow with nature and stuff like that. You said your moon is in Virgo in the 11th house. Okay, so those days are going to be heavy days for you when the moon enters Virgo and aligns with Lilith. And I'm pretty sure you've been feeling primordial Lilith energy in your moon. So Virgo rules Armenia, Costa Rica, Honduras, Qatar, Mali, Brazil, Greece, Switzerland, Turkey, Crete, Uruguay, and the West Indies. The cities that Virgo rules over is Athens, Paris, Boston, Corinth, Lyons, all spas and health resorts, and Mexico City. And so I'm going to pull a card for the throat chakra. Ten of Wands. Being complete in our actions. But yeah, we are weaving with the community here. And let Vesta and Gemini be our guide with that, with taking initiative in those minutes and stuff like that. So, last but certainly not least, we're getting into the third eye chakra. This is ruled by the sun and the moon. This is the only chakra that is ruled by two celestial bodies, whereas all the other chakras are only ruled by one celestial body. Of course, the moon is the internal side of things. We deal with Yamoja, Cancer energy here. This is our feminine self, our internal self, and how our internal self absorbs and transmutes and comprehends and understand different experiences we have. And then the sun is our external side. This is the Leo side or the Mila. This deals with how we interact, how we present ourselves, our masculine self. So let's start with emotion on the internal side. We're dealing with Cancer Moon on the 20th and the 21st um, on the tropical chart. So we're going to have Cancer thoughts on 2-0 and 2-1, which are very emotional days. 228, 448, 228, which comes back together to 12, which is still more emotions, finding our focal point in our emotional self and balancing our scales with that 6 and 9. Because you know they try to put a 9 on the 6, but we have a balance of both here on this plane, and that's why everybody really mad because we can do both. So it's not about doing away with the 6 to be a 9. It's about learning how to be the 6 and 9. 2-1 again, calling us to find balance on that 1, the 6 9, right? Um, that's the only thing we have in Cancer on the tropical. Oh, I'm mad. I just said some dope shit and they blocked me out. But we're being called to find a balance on that 6 and 9. Um, on the Vedic chart, we just have our beautiful moon over there. On the Draconic chart, that's it. And our asteroids, nothing. So Cancer is pretty much chilling with the moon. That's what we have over there. That's what we'll have. And the moon is going to be the center stage, which is fine because I'm pretty sure the moon will definitely in its own space. You feel me? 6 life path. Yes, I love that. 6 is about self-organization, uh, and vocation, and moral, ethical goals, and integrity, and all that kind of stuff. Now, Cancer rules over on the map Algeria, Belize, Cape Verde, Colombia, Congo, Holland, USA, Paraguay, Scotland, New Zealand, Amsterdam, Manchester, Milan, New York, Stockholm, Tokyo, Venice, York, Rwanda, Somalia, Liberia, Malawi, Mozambique, Laos, Madagascar, South Korea, Slovenia, and Solomon Islands. So that's all Cancer ruled energy, and they'll be experiencing the moon heavily. It might be like some crazy storms around that time for them because you know, the full moon is a few days later, so it'll be a nice like wax and give us moon at that point. I pulled the Tower card. Building on your emotions. Don't forget to build on your emotions. As far as the masculine side goes, now we're in Leo. Last but most certainly not least. From the 22nd to the 24th, the moon will be in Leo on the tropical side of things. So our thoughts will be, you know, paying attention to how we're experiencing, how we've been experiencing this month of 2, because it's starting on a 222, 24. So 222 peace, 222 adds up to 6. That's the analyzation energy. So, we'll be analyzing how your masculine energy has been experiencing. Um, what else do we have in Leo? That's the only thing we'll have in Leo on the tropical. Our moon will be over there from the 24th to the 26th, finding balance in those twos. Um, and then we have the Lilith over there on the Vedic scale too. So our Lilith is having Leo experiences of riches and abundance and confidence and um, being more external. So a lot of you guys are wearing your Lilith in your aura. People can feel your Lilith on you, your primordial energy on you. So it's about that time to stop trying to suppress it and learn how to embrace it about yourself, because the more you hold it in, the less you're allowing your soul to have those connections it's supposed to have for its own experiences, because the Lilith is also on the Draconic chart. So your soul is really coming to the forefront to allow your soul to be in its authentic self in your Vedic experiences, so that you can meet the people you're supposed to meet, do the things you're supposed to do, have the things you're supposed to have, manifest the things you're supposed to have, so on and so forth. Peace, Greg. Um, no asteroids on the tropical, and Juno on the Vedic. So having those experiences, Juno feels what you need in a bond or a relationship in order to keep pursuing it. And that's what's being fed. Like a lot of you guys still sitting in rooms y'all don't want to sit in. And y'all think nobody notices, and everybody notices. Y'all still building with people y'all don't want to build it with, acting like nobody notices, and everybody notices. Your soul is telling on you, and your soul is begging you to put you in rooms where it's supposed to have the karmic experiences it's supposed to have, so that it can, level up. The soul is ready to level up. It's tired of playing with you in your comfort zone that you have been indoctrinated to create. No more of that. So when we get into the energy, did we talk about what Leo rules? No, right? Leo rules over Afghanistan, India, Malaysia, Nicaragua, Singapore, France, Italy, Macedonia, Romania, Sicily, Ukraine, Madagascar, Zanzibar. The cities is Bath, Bristol, Bombay, Chicago, Madrid, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, and Rome. So now we're gonna pull a card. The internet is hating on you, girl. I got the reverse six of swords, y'all. It's time to analyze some of those things you know. Analyze your moral and integral code. Analyze how you're going about going through things. Pay attention to what y'all invoke. I talked about that heavily with the planetary alignments that we have coming up. All right, so that's what I got for you guys for the chakra business of things. And we got a lot of asteroids. I started getting into asteroids heavy, y'all. I didn't fully prepare my presentation for it, and I don't really sit here long to do it. When I'm getting to a more comfortable place, I promise you, we coming back to the 4 hour planetary forecast. um, all right, so yeah, we got the different asteroids and what they doing. So February 1st, we started off the month with a 67% Juan and Gibbous moon. It was in Libra tropical, Virgo, Vedic in the first house. The moon and Spica were in conjunction at that time on the first. Spica is one of the brightest stars in the Virgo constellation. Um, and it brings out success, riches, and love of art, the energy of Venus and Mars. So that's what we started the month off with. February 2nd, we had a 55% Juan and Gibbous moon. The A invisibility of Mars in the Sagittarius constellation began. Mercury had the largest distance to the sun in Sagittarius constellation
The last quarter moon was on the 2nd. And Mercury entered Capricorn constellation on the Vedic chart. Aries entered Aries constellation on the Vedic chart as well. On the 3rd, we had a 42% waning crescent moon, which was in Scorpio on the tropical Libra on the Vedic. The moon and Zubin al Janubi were at minimal angle. Zubin al-Janubi is the star in the Libra constellation. It hinders journeys and marriages. It's also the redemption of captives. It gives off the energy of Saturn and Mars, which is motivation and challenges. A warrior back and forth, tit for tat energy. February 3rd, no, February 4th, we're at a 33% waning crescent moon. Moon being in Scorpio on the tropical and Vedic in the 2nd house. So transformations to your pinnacles. The moon and Dashuba were at minimal angle. The moon and Graphius were at minimal angle as well. These are stars in the Scorpius constellation. Dashuba is the energy of shamelessness, giving off Mars and Saturn, improves misfortune and exercises love to see how adorable it is. Graphias is also a Mars and Saturn star. Um, it gives off the energy of imagination and how passion influences you. Also, the west side of the moon was tipped into view. On February 5th, we started the day off with a 22% waning crescent moon. The moon was in tropical Sagittarius and Vedic Scorpio. So while our thoughts were in expansion, our experiences were in transformation on our feminine energy. The moon and Aries were in minimal angle. This gives off the energy of Mars and Jupiter, so it's a little bit softer than Graphius and Dashuba. So it's giving us the pride and military type energy. Venus and Albalda were in conjunction as well. Albalda is the star Sagittarius. It's all about harvest, game buildings, and travelers. Um, February 6th, we started the day off with a 13. Zubin al Janubi, right? It does. That's the Libra star. That's the southern scale. I actually like that. Might be the next. That might be the name of the next one. Zubin al Janubi. Um, Moon was at max south declination, so we had a nice big pretty moon on the 6th. Mercury entered Aquarius zodiac on the tropical chart, so expansion, a sense of detachment, uniqueness, and revolutionary energy to our decision making mind. Mars entered Capricorn constellation, so ambition and motivation towards how we manifest in our Vedic scale. On February 7th, we were in Waning Crescent and we were in the Capricorn on tropical Sagittarius on Vedic. The moon and Cos Borealis were in conjunction in that Sagittarius constellation. The moon and Albalda were in conjunction. The best visibility of Earthshine was on the moon before sunrise. So it looked like the moon was full at that time. The moon and Venus were in conjunction on February 7th. You might have felt that, tug on your heart chakra. Vesta was set stationary and began the prograde motion in Taurus constellation. The north pole of the moon was tipped into view. Uranus had the best visibility of the year, and Pallas entered the Sagittarius zodiac on the tropical side, so bringing expansion to the genius-like qualities and optimism. So I was starting to feel more confident in those qualities in yourself you kept overlooking. So good for you. February 8th, 2% waning crescent moon. In that Capricorn zodiac Sagittarius constellation, the moon and Mars and the moon and Pluto were in conjunction today. What's today's date? We're in the 9th, right? No, tomorrow's the 9th. Today's the 8th. Oh, okay. So sunrise is at 7:01 a.m. Sunset is at 5:26 p.m. The moon and Mars will be in conjunction today at 12:48, which just happened. The moon was 4.6 degrees south, minimal angle at 1:21 a.m., with the moon being 4.6 degrees south. Moon and Pluto will be in conjunction at 7:40 a.m. The moon will be 3.1 degrees south, minimal angle at 9:34 a.m., with the moon being 3.1 degrees south southeast. And then the moon and Mercury will be in conjunction at 6:23 p.m. The moon will be 3.5 degrees south, minimal angle at 8:01 p.m., with the moon being 3.3 degrees south southeast. None of this will be visible as we enter the new moon phase, but you will feel that conjunction between Mars, Pluto, and Mercury in the root chakra. The Alpha Centaurids reach max activity today. They're only going until February 21st. Venus is at the greatest eastern elongation. Globular cluster NGC is at midheaven in the Carina constellation. Mars enters the Draconic Capricorn constellation, motivation towards our root chakra establishments. Ceres also enters Capricorn zodiac, so we're cultivating this energy and nurturing it as well. And that's in our tropical and our thoughts. February 9th, we start the day off with a 0% new moon. The sunrise at 7 a.m., sunset at 5:27 p.m. The new moon will be at 6 p.m. This is when the moon is between sun and earth. The moon is also closest to earth, which is perigee, which will make this moon a super new moon, a raccoon moon, and also a hunger moon, because around this time we start getting our snowstorms. This will be in Aquarius on the tropical and Capricorn on the Vedic between the fourth house and the sixth house. The moon and Deneb Al Jelde will be in conjunction at 10:21 p.m. The moon will be 1.9 degrees south, minimum angle at 11:09 p.m., with the moon being 1.8 degrees south southeast. Deneb Al Jelde is in the Capricorn constellation. It gives off the energy of Saturn and Jupiter, which is dignified, pious, and conservative. It's happiness. It controls the blood vessels and the nerve connections. And it prevents execution of government. Probably a little ritual will happen that day too. The sun enters Draconic Aquarius on this day as well that we receive the new moon. So, detachment, uniqueness, and revolutionary, and the awareness of our experiences on the soul. We love it there. And it just so happens that happens at 9:10 a.m. Go figure. So February 10th, we're entering the waxing crescent moon. We are in the Aquarian on the tropical side, Capricorn on the Vedic, both in the fourth house. The sun rises at 6:58 and set at 5:28. The moon will be the smallest distance to the Earth at 2:12 p.m. The evening visibility of the moon will also begin. It'll be a nice big crescent moon. The moon and Saturn will be in conjunct at 8:55 p.m. The moon will be 2 degrees south, minimal angle at 9:56 p.m. The moon will be 1.8 degrees south southeast. We'll be able to observe that at 6:16 p.m. with a 3.3 degrees south southwest separation. So the moon then already went past Venus, Mars, Pluto, Mercury, and now it's going across Saturn. So on Saturn Day, we'll be experiencing the moon and Saturn challenges to your emotions and your emotion that will help you build on your root chakra. So don't get upset, just build, because we're in the waxing moon. We're in the moon of building. And then waxing deals with building the intangible things. So still a divine alignment, right? February 11th, we are in the waxing crescent moon. We are in the tropical Pisces, Vedic Aquarius, 6:57 sunrise, 29 sunset. The equation of time, which is the solar time, sundial time minus the watch time, reaches an extreme value of negative 14 minutes and 13 seconds. So the sun will transit very late at 12:13 p.m. The visibility of Earthshine on the moon happens just at the end of dusk. And then the moon and Neptune will be in conjunction at 1:54 a.m. The moon will be 1.2 degrees north. 1.2 degrees south, I'm sorry, and minimal angle at 2:25 a.m., where the moon will be 1.2 degrees south southeast, and we'll be able to observe that at 7:35 p.m. with a 5.3 degrees southwest separation. So now we have the moon and Neptune hanging out on Sunday, on the 11th on Sunday. So that's a great day of mastery on your emotional, your Olu Kun self. February 12th, we have an 11.1 waxing crescent moon, still in alignment with that 11 energy. We're straddling between the tropical Pisces and the Vedic Aquarian energy in the fifth house, so we'll tap into our inner child with this energy. Venus enters the Capricorn constellation on the Vedic chart, so it's bringing Venusian experiences, to your vortex in alignment with your root chakra. Where are you at with your root chakra? You're going to start to feel it in your experiences, and in your emotions starting the 12, which 1, 2 adds up to 3. That's emotions. February 13th, we're still in waxing crescent, building on the intangible. We're in Aries now on the tropical new beginning, and we're in Pisces on the Vedic, tapping into our subconscious energy. The sunrise at 6:55 a.m. and is setting at 5:32 p.m. The moon is on ascending node of orbit and it's increasing, so the moon will start moving further and further up. February 14th is a 30% waxing crescent moon. We are in tropical and Vedic Aries 6th house, so we are in divine alignment. Sunrise, and this is also in alignment with the draconic chart, the north and south nodes. So sunrise is at 6:54 a.m. Sunset is 5:33 p.m. The moon and Jupiter will be in conjunction on this day at 3:40 a.m. The moon will be 2.5 degrees north, minimal angle at 2:41 a.m. with the moon being 2.4 degrees north northwest, and we'll be able to observe that at 11:11 p.m. with a 3.3 degree west northwest separation. So for my spellcasters out there, you'll have a nice triangle between the moon, Jupiter, and Mars on the 14th. Especially for my tantric lovers out there, it's a good day as well. The C2 2021 553 pan stars will be at perihelion, so it'll be closest to the sun. Mars will enter Aquarius zodiac on the tropical chart at 9:24 a.m. And the sun will enter Aquarius constellation on the Vedic chart at 9:30 a.m. So this is a cool day for the transits, right? A nice day for expansion. February 15th, we're still in waxing crescent, still building on the intangibles. We are on tropical Taurus, Vedic Aries, both in 7th house, which is the Libra house. Balance is happening here. 15th is also a karmic number. Sunrise at 6:52 a.m. and setting at 5:34 p.m. The moon and Uranus will be at minimal angle at 7:48 p.m. The moon will be 2.8 degrees north-northwest. Conjunction at 10:21 p.m. with the moon being 3 degrees north, and this will be visible at those respective times. So now we have gone through the planets, y'all. The moon put us through a whole little whirlwind between the next 2 weeks with the planets. So all of your chakras will be touched by Yemoja these next couple weeks, starting yesterday. February 16th, we are at the first quarter moon. This is between the waxing crescent and the waxing gibbous. So now we're between the physical and the non-physical with our building, right? We start the day off with a Taurus energy on the tropical and Aries on the Vedic, both in the 7th house. Sunrise at 6:51 a.m. Sun setting at 5:35 p.m. The first quarter moon rises at 10:02 a.m. The east side of the moon, Mercury, is tipped into view at 5:38 p.m. The moon in Pleiades will be at minimal angle at 2:07 p.m. The moon will be 1.2 degrees south-southeast, conjunction at 12:51 p.m., where the moon will be 1.3 degrees south, and we'll be able to observe that at 6:31 p.m. with a 2.3 degree east separation. You know, Pleiades is that beautiful star cluster, the seven sisters, and deals with coping with sorrow. So some of you guys, have these realizations and they make you kind of sad and just, you'll be all right. All right, February 17th, we're in a waxing gibbous, so now we're building on the tangible thing. We are straddling between tropical Gemini and Vedic Taurus, both in the 8th house of transformation and power. Sunrise at 6:50 a.m., setting at 5:37 p.m. The moon at Aldebaran will be in conjunction at 10:03 a.m. The moon is 8.9 degrees north. Aldebaran is the star in the Gemini constellation. It's the brightest star in Taurus. It's the eye of the Taurus, and it follows Pleiades, and it deals with honor, intelligence, courage, and the beginning of large political undertakings and pursuing business. Venus will enter Aquarius zodiac on the tropical chart at 9:35 a.m. and Mercury enters Draconic Aquarius constellation at 9:40 a.m. So revolutionary energy on Venus and Mercury for y'all. February 18th, waxing gibbous moon, straddling between tropical Gemini, Vedic Taurus. The AM visibility of the moon begins, the evening visibility of Virgo begins. Regulus will be opposite the sun at 11:19. The lunar occultation with Elnath begins. Elnath is a star. Of course, Elnath is a star, but it's in the Taurus constellation. It is in the like Beta Taurus energy, so it's following behind the Aldebaran star. It's still giving off the energy of like confidence and riches and the things that the Taurians love. Um, where was I with my eyeballs? Oh, Sappho enters Sagittarius zodiac on the tropical chart. I got two concerts coming up next week. My chakras will be stimulated for sure. Oh, definitely. And kudos to you for giving to self. That's a nice balance. February 19th, we're at a waxing gibbous moon. We're straddling between tropical Cancer and Vedic Gemini. Sunrise at 6:47 a.m. and setting at 5:39 p.m. The moon and Teja posterior will be in conjunction at 8:11 a.m. The moon will be 5 degrees north, minimal angle at 8:19 a.m. The moon will be 5 degrees north, and we'll be able to observe that at 3:19 a.m. with a 6.2-degree north-northwest separation. Max north declination of the moon at 3:36 a.m. Mercury and Deneb El Geldi will be at minimal angle at 10:20 a.m. Mercury will be 0.5 degrees north-northwest. Conjunction at 12:46 p.m. Mercury will be 0.5 degrees north. No, this is not visible. The Bulls Galaxy M81 Earth's nature will be at the highest point of sky at midnight. On February 20th, we're in waxing gibbous, straddling between tropical Cancer and Vedic Gemini, both in the ninth house. The south pole of the moon will be tipped into view at 7:16 a.m. Mercury will be the fullest distance to the Earth at 2:56 p.m. The moon and Cancer will be in conjunction at 1:49 p.m. The moon will be 5.6 degrees south. Minimal angle at 1:38 p.m. The moon will be 5.6 degrees south. Observe at 6:18 p.m. with a 6 degrees south southeast separation. The moon of Pollux will be at minimal angle at 6:33 p.m. The moon will be 1.8 degrees south, conjunction at 6:57 p.m. with the moon being 1.8 degrees south, and observed at respective times. These are the Gemini twins. Also, the sun enters Pisces zodiac at 9:50 a.m. February 21st, we're at a waxing gibbous moon, tropical Cancer, Vedic Gemini. The moon of Persepi will be in conjunction at 8:23 p.m. The moon will be 3.5 degrees north. Persepi is in Cancer, is located at the head of the crab. It has the integration of Mars and the moon. It brings disease, disgrace, adventure, and the brutal spirit of the ancestors at that time. Um, the clustered NGC 3114 and Carina constellation will be at the highest point in the sky. February 22nd, we're at a 98% waxing gibbous moon. Tropical Leo, Vedic Cancer, both in the ninth house. The moon of Persepi will be at minimal angle at 1:15 a.m. The moon will be 3.2 degrees north northeast. 222.8. It's good for the spellcasters if you guys want to invoke the energy of the brutal ancestors on the 21st and the 22nd between that Gemini and Cancer, and then the Leo and Cancer. That'll do my spellcasters and my invokers. Venus and Mars will also be in conjunction. That's the divine alignment of the masculine and feminine, which is also associated with that moon straddling between Leo and Cancer that day too. Mastery on the masculine and feminine self with that 22, because this is happening on the 22nd day. But that conjunction is at 10:33 a.m. Venus will be 0.6 degrees north, and weighing at 4:46 a.m., where Venus will be 0.6 degrees north. And we'll be able to observe that at 6:06 a.m. with a 0.6 degree north separation. February 23rd, 98% waxing gibbous moon, straddling between Cancer and Leo, both in the 10th house. Sunrise at 6:42 a.m., sunset at 5:43 a.m. So whatever spell casting you do on the 21st and the 22nd results on the 23rd. The moon and Regulus will be in conjunction at 4:20 p.m. The moon will be 3.2 degrees north, minimal angle at 6:39 p.m. The moon will be 3.1 degrees north northeast, and it'll be visible at those times. Juno will be the smallest distance to the Earth at 9:48 p.m. So you're gonna be wanting to be around your loved ones around that time. February 24th, we are officially at a 100% waxing gibbous moon. We made it to the full moon, y'all. We are straddling with tropical and it's in 10th house. Sunrise at 6:40 a.m., sunset at 5:45 p.m. The full moon is at 7:31 a.m. This is when the Earth is between the moon and the sun. This is also considered the snow moon. Leo is opposite the sun at 2:45 p.m. This is the best visibility of the year. February 25th is the 100% waning gibbous. We are now in the moon of cleansing. Tropical Virgo, Vedic Leo, 10th house. Pallas has the best morning visibility of the year near the Ophiuchus constellation, which is all about preventative measures for health. Moon is the furthest distance to the Earth at 11:15 a.m. So now emotions all the way that way. Take a break from your emotions on the 25th. February 26th. We're at a 97% Wanda gibbous moon. Now we're cleansing the tangibles. We're straddling between tropical Libra and Vedic Virgo, fifth house energy here. Tap into our inner child. Sunrise at 6:37 a.m., setting at 5:47 p.m. The AM visibility of the Capricornus constellation begins, and Mercury is at greatest western elongation. We're almost to the end, y'all. Thank y'all for sticking with me, y'all. February 27th, 93% waning gibbous moon, straddling between the tropical Libra and the Vedic Virgo. Sunrise at 6:36 a.m., setting at 5:48 p.m. Ceres and Cause Borealis, that's the star in the back of the head of the Sagittarius Ultra, which brings that enlightenment to your dreams. So you got they have minimal angle at 3:29 a.m. Ceres is 2.4 degrees north, conjunction at 5:09 p.m. Ceres is 2.5 degrees north, and observe that at 4:09 a.m. with a 2.4 degree north separation. The moon will be in Virgo constellation towards the end later on. Moon of Parima will be at minimal angle separation at 5:05 a.m. The moon will be 3 degrees southwest, conjunction at 9:35 a.m. The moon is 3.5 degrees south. Observe at respective times. Parima is the star of prophecy. So again, February 27th is an aha moment. 2-7 adds up to 9. 9 is Jupiter Sagittarius. That's the energy of the oracle and the sage. This is a day of downloads. Also, Virgo Libra moon will be in the 11th house of those aha moments. The moon will be in descending node, so now the moon is coming back closer to us. That will begin at 5:56 p.m. And the open star cluster IC 2551 and Carina constellation will be at highest point in midnight. On February 28th, we're almost done, y'all. 88% waning gibbous moon. We're straddling between tropical Libra, Vedic Virgo, 11th house. Mercury is going to be in superior conjunction at 3:28 a.m. Mercury will be 1.8 degrees south-southeast. Note it will not be visible because the moon and Speaker will be in conjunction. Now we come into the star in Virgo of riches and success and harvest, right? That conjunction occurs at 10:08 a.m. The moon will be 0.6 degrees north, minimal angle at 10:28 a.m. The moon will be 0.6 degrees north-northeast, observed at 5:58 a.m. with a 2.2 degree northwest separation. Mercury and Saturn, challenges to your invocation, challenges to the things you speaking into existence, your routine, your analytical self, your moral and ethical code. But this is just to allow you to gain strength, discipline, and order in that space and to show yourself you can do it, okay? Remember that. 2-8, balance on your solar plexus chakra here. Mercury and Saturn will be in conjunction at 8:56 a.m. Mercury will be 0.2 degrees south, minimal angle at 10:05 a.m. Mercury will be 0.2 degrees south-southeast, and notice will not be visible. Saturn will be the furthest distance to the Earth at 12:23 p.m. Eros enters Aries constellation on the Vedic at 10:25, bringing your love, new beginnings into the space. Psyche enters Capricorn constellation. Now your mindset is definitely on building those things in your root chakra, starting 10:26 a.m. February 29th, it's a leap year, y'all. We're in the 84% straddling between tropical Scorpio and Vedic Libra energy. All right, transformations on our mind, balancing our vortex, 12th house energy. So we're tapped into Olukun here with that Piscean energy. Gratitude. The sunrise is at 6:33 a.m. The sunset is at 5:50 p.m. Saturn and the sun will be conjunction at 10:29 a.m. Saturn will be 1.7 degrees south. So challenges to our experiences on that day. That's how we're going to end the month. We're going to end the month with a bang, but 2-9 is 11. So we're finding balance on that karmic energy that's bringing a sense of self mastery, right? 2-11-8. Don't forget it. Mercury reaches max brightness at 12:34 p.m. and then Saturn reaches max brightness at 3:53 p.m. Giving you a little cheat sheet on March 1st. We'll be straddling between Libra and Vedic and Scorpio tropical, and then the moon and Zubin al Janubi will be at minimal angle. Again, a aha moment because Zubin al Janubi is in the Libra constellation. Bringing on that Saturn's energy. So that's what I got for you for the planetary forecast for the month of February. Thank y'all for making it with a goddess. We love it here, and I always appreciate y'all with me. I wanted to in a new season, and that's a quick read. Hold on a second. So we're in the Northeast from February 5th to March 21st. 3 a.m. to sunrise is a spiritual energy. That's why a lot of y'all don't be sleeping. That's why I don't be sleeping. I'll be up, and I just been dealing with it. It is what it is. But that's when the downloads come, I say. So you are fully remoistened by the inner and outer waters. Your body is warming up with the gentle, fructifying psychic heat of Het Heru. These are your pleasant dreams. The most important meaning of dreams is in regards to their emotional content. Pleasant, joyful dreams presage age, and turbulent, dark, troubled dreams are portents of difficulty. Understand that they are signs of the gestation of the beliefs you have accepted. To control your dreams, and hence what you manifest in your life, take into mediumistic trance every night what you want to see manifesting in your life. It is important, however, to realize that your personal will must be in harmony with the will of your true self. Go back to that draconic chart, y'all, as revealed through the oracle. Otherwise, you will still have bad dreams. Your true self will try to warn you. To successfully interpret your dreams, review the emotions that you habitually accept throughout your life. This is the divine alignment with the moon doing what it's doing in the month of 2. That's a divine alignment with your dreams and your heart chakra, okay? So pay attention to how your heart chakra feels throughout this month of dreams. Um, Your dreams are their gestation or messages from your true self, deities, and ancestors regarding the course of your life. So, to get into the season of things, we are at the end of this month we'll be entering the full moon of Aquarius in the sidereal. I'm sorry, Virgo. So this is the energy of Had or Legba or Eshwa, lavender and lily of the valley, oregano and camino are good for baths, oils, and incense. The spiritual direction is the northeast, and the mundane direction is the south. Mercury makes the sphere 9, which is your personality. Positive traits are sharp and witty, fond of travel, critical in a positive way, able to separate issues based on externals, diplomatic, cold and pedantic, communicative, negatively critical, are some of the negative traits. Busybody, opinionated, inconstant in belief, pretending to know yet ignorant, mischief maker, gossiper, scheming, cunning, argumentative, selfish. So be mindful of these energies. Can we get a card to close out? Absolutely. Mental traits, segregative thinking, labeling, defining the verbal clothing of what is known, felt, and perceived. Social correspondences are quick-witted people, good learners from your observation. Careers and functions during the season are academicians, students, teachers, ambassadors, astrologers, mathematicians, clerks, technicians, inexperienced lawyers, preachers, teachers, traders, young men, office workers, printers, schemers, schemes, thieves, journalists, good speakers, diplomats, politicians, specialists. And that's because this moon dips you into the Pisces energy, which gets into the schemers and things. But proceed with awareness of limitations. It'll bring you good fortune. Proceeding without awareness of limitations brings misfortune. We speak glibly of the person coming into being into the third month of gestation, of life arising out the chance of coming together of non living particles in the same breath. We give better odds to a random assortment. Um, so the motor and sensory nerves are ordered today. So now I'm gonna pull a card to close this out with, and I'm gonna pull from my oracle deck this time. Close it. And then I'm gonna head on out because I gotta pee now. I like my oracle deck because it's a nice alignment of numbers, stars, and it's literally everything I do, y'all. You over here. Oh no. Okay. So I dropped a bunch, and the one that stood out was the cacao. Is the only one that faced upward. So we're gonna read that one because I didn't fall that way for no reason. Hold on a second. Let me get out something. So cacao is associated with the number 38, which is 11, because 3 plus 8 equals 11. 3 is emotions, 8 is on your extremities and your solar plexus chakra. So we want alignment with your emotions and your solar plexus chakra. And I'm going to read from the book because the cacao was upward. And this is the card of formation. You see the cacao plant, the 3-8, which brings you to 11. And the planets are Uranus and Venus. So pay attention to your Uranus and Venus placements and if they support each other in any other way. And I'm going to read that from the book and then we're going to close out. Yeah? So 38, Cacao, which is initiation. Initiation, spiritual test, revelation, access to cosmic heart, divine love, light beings, channel languages of light, ruled by Uranus and Venus. As empires rose and fell through time, all Mesoamerican civilizations, starting with the Maya Chippy 5,500 years ago, coveted cacao for its nutritional power and supernatural properties. Cacao was also a pillar of their economies and an integral part of religious rites, appearing as a key element in many spiritual ceremonies, death rites, and sacrifices. In the Mayan creation story, Popol Vuh, gods created humans out of foods, including cacao, and in other Mayan myths, their god Cuculum, or feathered serpent. Yeah, like chocolate. Feathered serpent brought cacao to the people. The Aztecs have a similar story wherein their god Quetzalcoatl came from the sky to give them cacao. In 1552, Aztec book of herbal medicine called the Badianes Codex, cacao flowers are noted to treat fatigue. In the Florentine Codex from 1590, prescriptions of cacao beans, maize, and the herb are used to alleviate fever, shortness of breath, and faintness of heart. There have been over 100 uses found in historical texts, all of which correspond with Uranus. The plant helps with the nervous system of exhausted patients, improves weakness and mental fatigue, stimulates kidneys, and helps with the digestion and the elimination. In addition to cacao beans, preparations of cacao bark, cacao butter or oil, leaves, and flowers have been used to treat burns, bowel dysfunction, cuts, and skin irritations. Quetzalcoatl has flown into your cards today, symbolizing initiation. The sky gods are speaking and bathing your soul in liquid light as you traverse a series of spiritual tests. The Quetzal is considered one of the highest divine apparitions as it is associated to the snake god Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent. Like cacao, both are considered precious heavenly gifts from the sky gods. These divine apparitions today are asking you to deeply tune into the cosmic heart. Let it move you and open yourself to receive the holy gifts provided and listen carefully to the light. language pouring through them. Keep elevating your frequency rooted in unconditional love. Step out of your own way and allow your heart to blossom. Know that through this divine love, we experience the cosmic heart, the gateway to spirit. And that's what I got. And that was a divine alignment with the moon doing everything in the month of two. That was really nice. And 11 is also associated with two as well. So we love it here. And we love it when everything is in alignment. And thank you guys for tuning in for today's Planetary podcast. Feel free to share. I'll be doing more lives more often as the energy permits me to do so. So that I can catch y'all up with what the plans are doing for 2024 because I have all the things and I want to share with you guys the things so you can prepare yourself or at least have your hindsight vision later. So I love you guys. I love you, Cosmic Nobodies. And yeah, peace, y'all. Thank you. Oh yeah, they do mix them with the shrooms. They're actually pretty good.